So when we talk about men's health, there's this image, right? Someone in the gym lifting weights, all about muscle.
Yeah, that classic picture.
But maybe well, it feels like a really narrow view. I was struck by something Dr. Vishnoi said. Men's health is about more than muscles and workouts. It's about longevity, mental clarity, emotional strength, and proactive care.
That quote really hits it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It challenges that traditional, sometimes very limited idea of what being healthy means for men.
Exactly. It's suggesting we need to look at the whole person, how everything connects: physical, mental, emotional.
Intertwined.
Right. And that's kind of the mission for this deep dive. We want to explore those other parts, the ones that maybe get pushed aside sometimes.
The overlooked bits.
Yeah. The whole idea is to help you, the listener, build a longer, stronger, more resilient life. We've been looking at Beyond the Gym, a man's whole health, and also an episode from Lifelines by Supremedic, the one called Men's Health Beyond the Gym.
Good sources. And what really jumps out from both is this idea that real health for men is, well, it's comprehensive. It's not just being good at one thing while letting others slide.
It's the synergy, like you said. So today we're planning to get into mental health, then nutrition, but for the long haul,
Longevity.
Then sleep, which is huge, physical activity, but maybe thinking broader than just the gym.
Right. Movement in general.
And finally, being proactive, preventative care. Let's jump in.
Sounds good. It's about getting those practical insights you can actually use.
Okay, first stop. Rethinking healthy and really talking about mental wellness. There's still so much pressure, isn't there, for men to be like stoic, tough it out.
That man up idea, yeah.
And the sources really highlight that. The stigma around showing vulnerability or even just asking for help with mental health stuff. It's like struggles have to stay hidden.
And the silence, it has real costs.
Yeah.
The fact that men's mental health issues often go unreported. And then you see the higher suicide rates among men. It's critical. We shift focus here. This isn't trivial.
It's a really stark point. And the info we looked at is clear. Emotional fitness needs the same priority as, say, going to the gym. They're linked.
Totally. I mean, think about it. If you had ongoing physical pain, you'd likely get it checked out, right?
Yeah.
Mental well-being deserves that same proactive approach. The Lifelines episode actually talks specifically about that stoic expectation and, the harm it causes when guys feel they just can't reach out.
So practically, what can men do? How do you make mental wellness a priority? The sources had some good, actionable ideas. A big one is just talking, openly. Friends, family, or maybe seeing a therapist. It doesn't have to be this massive thing, just an honest chat.
Yeah, breaking the silence. And it's not just talking either. The sources also mentioned actively doing things to reduce stress.
What?
Well, things like meditation, maybe journaling, or even just trying to be more mindful day to day. These aren't just, buzzwords. They can genuinely help manage your mental state.
That really flips the script, doesn't it? Strength isn't about hiding feelings. It's having the guts to face them, to deal with your mental health.
Exactly.
So for you listening, maybe it's time to widen that definition of healthy, looking after your mental well-being. That is strength. Key insight. Prioritizing mental health is not a sign of weakness, but a fundamental aspect of overall strength and well-being for men.
It's about moving towards proactive self-care, away from just, suffering silently.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Nutrition, but again, thinking beyond just packing on muscle.
Right. Fueling for the long game.
Yeah, the sources really hammer home how crucial diet is for, heart health, brain function, just overall vitality, long-term longevity.
Absolutely. It's about fueling your body so it lasts, not just for tomorrow's workout. And the sources give a pretty clear picture of what a balanced diet looks like. You've got your lean proteins, chicken, fish, beans, lentils crucial for repair, building tissue.
And healthy fats. Can't forget those. Things like avocados, nuts, olive oil, super important for your brain, even for hormones, which, ties into everything for men's health.
Definitely. Then there are whole grains. Think oats, quinoa, brown rice. They give you that steady energy plus fiber, which we now know is huge for gut health.
Right. Gut health is everywhere now.
It is. And then, of course, fruits and veggies, lots of them. All those colors mean different vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. Basically, your body's defense and repair crew.
The sources also flag some specific nutrients that are extra important for guys. Omega-3s, you get those from fatty fish, flax seeds, walnuts. Great for the heart, helps with inflammation.
And vitamin D from some foods. Sunshine, if you can get it, that's key for bones, immunity.
Yeah.
Magnesium, too. Find it in spinach, almonds, bananas. Helps with muscle function, sleep, even stress. And zinc meat, shellfish, legumes, seeds vital for the immune system, healing, and specifically prostate health.
Wow. Okay. It's a lot to think about. But the sources also kind of call out that tendency, maybe when things get busy, to reach for processed stuff.
Yeah, the convenience trap.
And they're clear about the downsides. Higher risk of high blood pressure, obesity, heart problems.
So the main takeaway on food is really shifting focus. Prioritize whole, nutrient-packed foods. Make those the foundation. And, try to limit the processed stuff, the unhealthy fats, the added sugars. It's about smart choices for your future health.
So for you listening, this isn't about some crazy strict diet. It's more about embracing variety, getting lots of nourishing foods in, making these things part of your daily life. That's where the real long-term benefits are. Key insight. Focus on a balanced intake of whole foods, including lean proteins, healthy fats, whole grains, and plenty of fruits and vegetables to fuel long-term health and vitality.
Think of it as building that strong foundation, brick by brick.
All right, let's dive into something that probably gets shortchanged a lot in modern life. Sleep.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Our sources really stress how vital it is for everyone, men included. And they acknowledge, how easily it gets sacrificed, work, social life, other stuff.
And what's crucial to get is that sleep isn't just downtime. It's not passive. Your body is working.
Right.
Yeah, the sources talk about essential repair happening, energy stores getting replenished, just vital restoration processes. It's fundamental, physical and mental recovery.
And the flip side, not getting enough sleep consistently, chronic sleep deprivation, the consequences sound pretty serious.
They are. The sources mention a higher risk of major health issues, heart disease, stroke.
Wow.
But also the impact on mental well-being. He can contribute to depression, anxiety.
Makes sense. You feel awful when you're tired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it hammers your cognitive function too, memory, focus, just thinking clearly. It can even mess with your weight by disrupting metabolism and hormones. It touches everything.
Okay, so it's important. What can we actually do? The sources had some practical tips, right?
Yeah, definitely. The general advice seems to be aiming for that 7 to 9 hour sweet spot for most adults.
Easier said than done sometimes.
True. But creating the right environment helps. Making your bedroom cool, dark, quiet, that can make a real difference.
And what about before bed?
Good point. Having a consistent wind-down routine, like avoiding stimulants, caffeine, alcohol in the evening, maybe doing something relaxing instead, like reading, some light stretching, deep breathing, things that signal to your body it's time to power down.
So for you listening, this is really a nudge to take sleep seriously. It's not a luxury item you cut when you're busy.
It's foundational.
Right. It's a pillar supporting your physical and mental health. Just think about the difference getting enough of quality sleep could make to your energy, your mood, everything. Key insight. Prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep nightly is crucial for physical repair, mental restoration, and overall long-term health.
It's really seeing sleep as a proactive health strategy, not just what happens when you collapse at night.
Okay, let's move on to physical activity. Now, the stuff we looked at, it really pushes us to think beyond just, hitting the gym, lifting heavy.
Yeah, beyond the iron, as they say.
Right. It's about a more well-rounded approach. Strength is part of it, sure, but it also puts a lot of value on flexibility and mobility.
Exactly. Strength training is great, builds muscle, boosts metabolism, good for bones, and you don't need a fancy gym. The sources mention bodyweight stuff, resistance bands, light weights. It's accessible.
But it's only one piece of the puzzle.
Totally.
Yeah.
The sources also really stress cardio, brisk walking, running, cycling, swimming. That's just essential for your heart, your lungs, circulation, blood pressure, energy.
The engine room stuff?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then there's the often neglected part, mobility and flexibility.
Yes.
Stretching, yoga, Pilates, that kind of thing. It might seem less intense, but it's huge for keeping your joints healthy, preventing injuries, maintaining range of motion, even helps with stress.
So it's about moving well, not just moving heavy. And the sources also talked about just weaving activity into your day, right? Not just dedicated workouts.
Yeah, that's a great point. Taking the stairs, walking on your lunch break, playing a sport, just being less sedentary overall. It all adds up.
It sounds more sustainable. Find something you actually like doing.
That's the key. Find enjoyable ways to move consistently. It doesn't have to be an hour of torture every day. Make it part of your life, something you look forward to, hopefully.
So for you, listener, maybe think a bit broader about activity. What do you enjoy? Hiking, dancing, playing catch with the kids, Find that mix of strength, cardio, and flexibility that works for your body, your life. Key insight. A well-rounded approach to physical activity should encompass strength training, cardiovascular exercise, and flexibility and mobility work for comprehensive physical health.
It's shifting from exercise feeling like a chore to seeing it as just living a vibrant, healthy life.
Okay, last big area. Being proactive. Preventative care, checkups.
Super important.
Yeah, the sources we looked at really called this a cornerstone of men's health. And they acknowledge that, well, maybe guys tend to put these things off.
Yeah, there's often a reluctance. Maybe only going to the doctor when something feels really wrong.
But the thing is, a lot of serious conditions can creep up quietly, right? No obvious symptoms early on.
Exactly, which is why those key screenings the sources mention are so vital. Like regular blood pressure checks they call high blood pressure the silent killer.
For a reason.
Right. And cholesterol checks, important for spotting heart disease and stroke risk early. Blood sugar tests, too, for diabetes prevention or management. And for men over 50, the advice is clear. Talk to your doctor about prostate health. Discuss if screening is right for you.
Okay, what else?
The sources also mention testicular self-exams, plus getting professional checks. Early detection is key there. And this is important. Mental health check-ins count, too.
Yeah, back to mental wellness.
Absolutely. Talking to a therapist or counselor isn't just for crises. It can be a proactive way to maintain emotional well-being.
Dr. Vishnoi really drove this home, didn't she? Saying don't put off visits because you're scared or embarrassed or just too busy.
Yeah, her point was, it's wise to go for that checkup. Simple as that. It's about taking responsibility, staying informed about your own body and mind.
It's about being proactive, not reactive, not waiting for the wheels to fall off before you check the engine.
Well put, yeah. It means catching things earlier, when treatments are often way more effective.
So the message here for you listening is pretty direct. Be proactive. Schedule those checkups. Don't ignore things or wait until you're really unwell. Taking these steps is a massive investment in your long-term health, your quality of life. Key insight. Regular preventative care, including physical and mental health checkups, is essential for early detection and long-term well-being.
It really is about taking ownership of your health journey.
So, wrapping this up, I think the big message from everything we've looked at is, well, it's clear. True men's wellness, it's a whole package deal. Yeah. It goes way beyond just the physical stuff, the gym workouts. It means really nurturing your mental and emotional health just as much.
And that Dr. Vishnoi quote, again, it sums it up so well. True masculinity isn't about hiding pain or pushing through silently. It's about showing up for yourself and those you love.
Yeah.
Wellness is your responsibility and your right.
That's powerful. It really reframes things.
It does.
Absolutely. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Just consider one small thing, one small step you could take, maybe even today, to prioritize some part of your health that perhaps you've let slide.
Could be anything.
Yeah, booking that checkup, trying that 5-minute mindfulness thing, swapping soda for water, whatever it is. Just take a moment to think about your own definition of strength, of well-being. What does being truly healthy in the fullest sense actually mean for you?